Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Diatonic Dissection, where we crack open music to see what makes it tick. In this video, we'll be looking at the track Lost Souls from Hades 2, which is one of the tracks that accompanies you as you journey through Erebus, along with the tracks Edge of Erebus and Cross Flames, which I will get to at some point. Like many of the tracks, it has two halves, with the first being quieter and the second being much louder. However, the first half of this track is much more electronic than acoustic, with highly processed drums and a background synth part. Unlike many of the other tracks we've looked at so far, this one actually has a consistent time signature with just a few random bars with different times. If you want the sheet music for this video as well as all of my others for free, then head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/diatonicdissection. There's a link down below to save you trying to spell it out. Let's get started. The tempo is 110 BPM, and I think that the key is C minor, and it seems to be written in the Phrygian mode, so it also has a flat 2. The time signature is 3/4 for the most part, but obviously I will let you know if that changes. If you listen to the original track, you'll hear a lot of very weird synth solos in the background that sound like the signal output after you've thrown your MIDI controller into the bath. I couldn't get these transcribed in the time frame of this video, so just in case you were wondering, hey, where's that section that sounds like somebody having a stroke while playing the keyboard? Like the video for Edge of Erebus, I've broken the melody into chunks that I will refer to as themes in inverted commas, so I'll put these on the section cards so you know where we are. The melodic synth part, like many of the other tracks, just sort of floats above the other instruments like a sort of weird ghost. A lost soul, if you will. You stink! Gross. Even though the time signature is mainly in 3/4, the rhythm alternates between a 2 and 3 feel. There's also a bar of 2/4 at the end of every 12 bars, so keep an eye out for that. There is a synth part in the background which is made up of 3 note groupings, as you will see. Much like the Silver Sisters, this part too is programmed as it's very fast, so the clip will be the playback from REPO. The guitar and bass parts are pretty simple, but they provide the rhythmic backbone, and they're kind of the thing that I most associate with Theme 1. Okay, so the drums for the first part of the track are mad. It feels a bit like a slowed down drum and bass beat, but it doesn't have a backbeat, so part of the rhythm is provided by the string instruments. The drum part is 12 bars long each time. Here is section A altogether. Again, the synth melody is very simple for section B and it floats above all the other parts. It's literally 3 different tones. Like in section A, the guitar and bass are providing much of the driving rhythm, as well as providing the characteristic sound to associate with the theme, the ascending notes. The drums are just doing the same 1-bar pattern repeated through all of section B, and that part is just the first bar from section A, so the clip will just be a couple of bars. Section C is pretty much a repeat of section A, so the clip will just be the full track over the bass footage in order to save time, my sanity, and what limited attention span you may have as a result of the internet. I'll leave the sheet music on screen so you can see the changes in time signature, especially as there is a random bar of 4/4 in addition to the bars of 2 and 3. Section D is a repeat of section B, so again the clip will just be the whole track over the footage of one instrument. Thankfully, there are no random time changes in this section. Time for something new! The time signature changes to 4/4 and the tempo drops to 70 BPM, and it sounds like there is a key change of some sort, but I couldn't figure it out. The synth is doing something similar again, floating above the other parts. guitar is playing a sort of counterpoint to the synth part. It's pretty simple, so not much else to say about it. The bass gets a kind of solo for this section, and I am afraid to say that you will need either a 5-string bass or a 4-string bass tuned to B. Something to be aware of is the swing feel of this section, so all of the 16th notes become 8th and 16th note triples. The drum part for section E is thankfully a more normal one, as you have the usual backbeat, etc. The main thing to watch out for are the 3 against 2 polyrhythms in bars 4 and 6. Like section D, section F is a repeat of theme 2, so here's just the regular clip. Time for something new again. Twice in one video, who'd have thought it? The main melody moves from the synth to a slide guitar part. If you want to play slide guitar and have never done so before, be warned. You'll need to put the slide pretty much on the fret in question, as opposed to just behind the fret, which is what you'd normally do when playing guitar. This section is a repeat of section A, even down to the bars of 2-4 at the end of every 12-bar cycle. The synth isn't doing very much for this section, with the first 14 bars being all held notes. Like in Section A, the guitar and bass are just providing a backing part with held chords and the same rhythm as before. The only thing to watch out for is that the guitar alternates between 5th and 4th chords in the last 4 bars. The rhythm for the guitar and bass parts reminded me a bit of Devin Townsend's Super Crush from the album Addicted. So let's take the two of those and mangle them together and see what abomination we can create. The drums from here on out have more of a regular rhythm compared to the first half, thankfully. For section G, you start out with an accented pattern on hi-hat, and then you need to bust out the ghost notes, and then you're following the rhythm of the guitar and bass after that. Doing the full rock band version of section B, and the slide guitar is doing the melody again. Slide guitar isn't something that's particularly in the mainstream, although it was recently brought to the public eye through the opening music of the game REPO. So, let's see what we can do with it. The guitar and bass are doing a repeat of section B, so nothing to add. drum part is fairly simple to begin with, and then it returns to the groove from section G. Be careful of the bar of 4/4 at the very end. Section I is a repeat of both sections G and H, but without the original drum groove, so here is a clip featuring all of the parts. We return to the wonders of section E for our penultimate section. The slide guitar is doing the main melody, but the guitars are also doing something very interesting, as you'll see later. The two guitar parts are playing a harmonised part, which is mostly thirds and fourths, and then they are playing the same thing for the last two bars. Like in section E, the bass gets another kind of solo which requires a low B string. The drums are doing something very similar to section E again, but with more fills. final section, we return to theme 2/section H. For a nice easy end to the video, we'll just have it in one clip. And that's it, 6-ish minutes of music stretched out into God knows how long of a video. If you want the sheet music for this video as well as all of my other videos for free, then head on over to the Patreon, patreon.com/Diatonic Dissection. There's a link down below to save you trying to spell it out. Thank you very much for watching if you're still here, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!